Hey guys, it's Maymay, and you might have seen me do this in our crafter show not last Thursday, the Thursday before. And I thought this would be really cool to turn into a card for Father's Day. I just love how this turned out. You can see that I used the mica mist and they're so pretty. If you'd like to see that, I'll put a link up here for you guys to see how we did this. And so I'm going to turn it into a card. So I want this piece to sit in here, okay? And this is 3 3/4 wide. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 1/2 because I only want a little bit of an edge all the way around. And you know what? I don't want to lose a lot of this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it down by 1/4 of an inch on this side and then 1/4 of an inch on the other side. So I'm not losing all of my pretty edge. So there's a little bit there, and then I'm going to take 1/4 off of this side. And if I need to, I can come back and re-ink the edges, but that's pretty like that. So now that I've got this trimmed down, what I need, or at least I've got the top trimmed down, what I need are 3 1 1/2 inch panels from this piece. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to cut the first one at 1 1/2. There's that one, and then the next one is 1 1/2, and I want the pattern to continue, so that's why I'm cutting it, one and then the other. I'm not flipping the paper or anything because I want my pattern to go from one to the other, and then 1 1/2 right here. And then these guys are going to live on that panel that we made right here. And we're going to nest them so they have a little bit of a border all the way around, and they will also have a little bit of a border in between. And once you lay them all in, you can move them where they go and kind of get a good idea. And if you need to, you can use a pencil to kind of mark them. I might do that once I get them laid where I want them. Kind of do a little pencil mark to let me know. But that's about how they're going to lay. Now, I'm going to put them on foam squares because I want them to pop up. But I think they'll be pretty popped off of that panel like that. So let's go ahead and put them on the foam squares. Okay, so I got my panels cut and I got my foam on them. And what I'm going to do is using my cutting mat, I'm going to lay this where it's even on either side or fairly close, okay? And I'm going to start with this middle piece because I'm going to line it up in the middle, and that will help me to know that I'm on the right track. And again, I'm eyeballing this. It does not have to be perfect for me, but if it needs to be perfect for you, you can certainly measure and mark. All right, so I know that those two pieces need to be kind of in the middle here. I'm lining it up using my little line. See those lines right there? That works perfect. And now I'm going to do this side. I love how this paper turned out. It was so much fun to do this pattern paper that I'm sticking down now. I made this myself using a couple stamp sets, some distress ink, and then even some mica mist. I love how it turned out, and it just needs to be the focal point of a card. Then I'm going to put this one right here. Look how beautiful. Love it. And then this one. Perfect. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I love that. And then I'm going to put it on to the black card base. Let me score this real quick. So this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card when folded. So I need to score it at 5 1/2. So an A2 size card is what I'm making. I'm going to fold this over, and I'm going to put my panel on it landscape style. So it'll go wide instead of tall. Crease that down. And I'm going to let it open this way. So my panel's going to go here. Look how beautiful that is. I'm thinking about popping it up one more time. I know that's a little much, but this is probably going to be Vince's card, so I'm going to hand it to him anyway. I don't have to have it in an envelope, so I'm going to pop this up too. If you're going to mail it, just know if you put too much dimension, you're going to have to pay extra for all of that dimension. Then I'm just going to center this on my card, like so. That is so pretty. All of those panels lifted, so pretty. Now I'm going to do my sentiment to lay across here. Okay, so here's my card. I've cut for myself a 2-inch scallop circle and a 2-inch circle, a 1 3/4 inch circle to go inside of that. And I know that looks a little floral, bear with me. I'm going to use these strips that I had left over from trimming and also from making my card base. I'm going to use them to kind of break that up. I'll show you that in a few minutes, so we'll get to that. But before that, I want to stamp in this guy right here. And I'm going to use my stamp set called Best Dad. And I'm going to use the saying that says, I have a hero, I call him, and then Dad. So I decided this won't be Vince's card. It's not really from me to him, but it might be from one of the boys. They could give it to him. So let me get some VersaFine ink, some Onyx Black. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, you could cut this stamp. That would be no problem. You could cut it and place it back on your block. But I'm just going to selectively ink. So I'm going to ink I have a hero. The first part, it's the comma and I have a hero is what I'm inking. I'm not inking I call him. Do you see how I only did that? And then I've already kind of laid this out on here to test it. I need to stamp this about as high up as I can do it. which is about right there. So I have a hero, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off, and then I'm going to ink this side. Okay, and now I'm just going to ink up I Call Him Dad, and I'm just laying on the edge of my ink pad here just to get that good and inked, and that'll go next right here. Or this is I Call Him. Perfect. I love that. And now the word dad, which is right here. Good deal. Okay, so there's my stamping done. Now I'm going to go ahead and just glue it straight down to my little scallop circle. Then I want to decide how to use these. I think these would be cool kind of coming out at different lengths underneath this piece that I'm putting in. Like this, and maybe use the black one in the middle. And I'm even thinking it might be cool to have this, have it on either side at different lengths. Let me just trim these down into different lengths. Here's what I'm going to do. Just going to start. So I've got this one. I'm going to trim it here. All right, so, and I might even trim it at a little point on this end and on the other end too. So that way and then this way. So then that will be one piece, and I'll show you what I mean. That will go behind here. So there's one piece behind it. And then I think I'll make some longer ones to kind of work their way down underneath. So let's take this one and do it a little longer. And then that one can go under as well. And then the black one. Now on camera, well, you can kind of see the different color there. It's kind of showing up. Let's take this one. See how I like that one. It's pretty good. Okay. So let's lay these out back here and glue them down. I'm not going to glue the very edges. If it lifts up a little bit, that's kind of a bonus. Kind of want them to be kind of loose. All right, then let's add the black. And I like the points going in different directions. I should have pointed that out. See how they're going in different directions? I think that adds movement. Pretty good. And then this will go right here. I think that's pretty. It's different for me. I think I'm going to ink the edges of this real quick. I think it needs it considering I have all that other inking on there. So just using some vintage photo, I'm just going to run around the edge just to knock that back. And then I think I probably should have inked that little one right there, but I'm not going to. It kind of needs that pop. So I think it's okay to have some that are and some that aren't. I feel like if I were to ink that particular strip of green, it would darken the whole card, and I need that kind of pop of color. All right, so let's add some glue to this guy. And this is going to go right down here. I think I want it off to one side of those, not right in the middle of them. Just like that. I like that card so much. Let me put my stopper topper back in before I forget. I'm always forgetting lately. So there's that. But look at that. I love how that turned out. And that's using that paper that we made together on the live show the other day. I love this. This is really pretty. Now, because I thought this was going to be Vince's card and it's not, I'm not going to do the inside just yet because I'm not sure who's going to give this to him. But my stamp set has lots of choices for what to put on the inside. So when we're ready to give this, whenever one of the boys picks this one, then I'll make sure that I put a sentiment inside that they can sign. There you go, guys. I love this. I love how this turned out with that paper. Isn't that beautiful? Again, if you want to see how we did it, I'll be sure to link the video for you guys to see it. But there you go. A nice Father's Day card. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye.